Hey friend, welcome back to Bible Tract Echoes. I'm Micah McCurry, your host. Thank you so very much for joining me today. We are diving into a week of thankfulness. I endeavored to, especially around Thanksgiving, to spend a week or two really focusing in and even listening to and hearing from our listeners about what you are thankful for. But I realize thankfulness, Thanksgiving, should not be restricted to one day or to 1 week out of a year. Just because we have a couple days off of work at the end of November, that's not the only reason we should be thankful. And so today, here, this month, we're going to spend just a few days talking about what we are thankful for, but I want to hear from you. There are so many of you that are so gracious in participating in things like this. And so what I'd like to ask you to do is this: consider texting in what you are thankful for. Often we get so many responses, we cannot read them all. We cannot share them all, but I'm going to do my absolute best to share as many as possible today and all this week. If you would like to be a part, what I want you to do is this. I want you to text "I'm thankful for," and then you fill in the blank. Whatever it is that comes to your mind, whatever God brings to your heart, I want you to text it. "I'm thankful for," and here's the phone number, 309-316-7240. That's 309-316-7240. And maybe I'll share it one or two more times before we end today, but we're going to be doing this all this week. But I don't want you to wait, because if you wait, yours might not get read, and I don't want you to wait till, it's Monday. I don't have time to text today. Friend, we should be thankful every single day. 1 Thessalonians 5:18, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you," Colossians 3:15, "and let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be thankful." Philippians 4:6, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God." And we could go on and on and on. And we're going to start today. One of the very first people that text in that phone number one more time. It's 309-316-7240. Christopher from Ozark, Missouri said this: "I'm thankful for the eternal promises of God that help guide me through my life." What a wonderful thing to be thankful for, the promises of God. Funny enough, my father-in-law is actually preaching on Wednesday evenings at a home church when I'm home, which is not all the time as an evangelist, but my father-in-law, who also happens to be my pastor, he's preaching through the promises of God every Wednesday night at my home church. And there are so many promises of God. Christopher from Ozark, Missouri, number one, thank you so much for being one of the very first people to text in. But thank you so much for a wonderful kickoff to this week of thankfulness, being thankful for the promises of God. Keith from Berlin, Pennsylvania, so we go from Missouri to Pennsylvania, says this: "I'm thankful for the Lord's peace, joy, and strength in the midst of opposition to my faith in Him and the Scriptures." Now think about that for just a moment. Being thankful for the Lord's peace, joy, and strength. Not just in the good times, but Keith's thankful in the midst of opposition. It's easy to be thankful during the good times. It's easy when the sun is shining bright, when you feel like everything's going your way, when you just got a promotion and a raise, when the kids are all doing exactly what you want them to do, they're getting straight A's in school. Oh, I'm thankful for the Lord's peace and joy and strength. But really, it's when things are looking a little sour. It's when the darkness rolls in, when the storm clouds cover. That's when the Lord's peace, joy, and strength really means something. Keith. Thank you for reminding us of that. Next, we have a friend of mine from all the way out in, I think, North Carolina, Brother Devin Ogden. He is a gentleman. He sings very well, and I had the opportunity to invite him to be a part of a group of men singing called Goodly Heritage. We talked about that a few months ago. We recorded 2 albums back in January, and the very first album, the first one, will be released, I believe, later next month, and you can listen to the first single. The song is titled I Have a Goodly Heritage. That's the name of the group, Goodly Heritage, and you can listen to that very soon, and so we're excited about that. If you'd like to make sure you don't miss that single or the album being dropped, I'm trying to think how to approach this. I enjoy good quartet music, and I enjoy the men that we got to sing with on this group. And so I'd encourage you, if you'd like to, text me, and I'll make sure that you don't miss it. 309, the phone number, text me if you want to make sure you don't miss it. 309-316-7240. Devin says this: I'm thankful for godly friends and good gospel music. Well, Brother Devin, I am thankful for you as well. And I'm greatly appreciative of the fact that he and I get to sing together for the glory of God. Let's see, Brother Bill from Phoenix, Arizona. So we've got 4 states covered. I think North Carolina, Missouri, Pennsylvania, and Arizona. I should start writing these down because I like to see how many different states we can get in one day. We have Bill from Phoenix, Arizona says, I'm thankful for my family and for my daughter beating cancer. Oh, what a blessing that is. It's amazing how the Lord, in everything give thanks. The Bible talks about that. And sometimes, as was mentioned earlier, in those dark times, they give us an opportunity to rely on the Lord. And we should be very wise to pray for God's will instead of our will. But I'm so thankful for when God's will lines up with what we want. That is a huge blessing. And to know that your daughter beat cancer, what a blessing that is. So we have Missouri, Arizona, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. I am going to write them down because I want to see how many different states we can get to. Here's a different state. How about Brother Pete Schaefer, a friend of mine? He is one of the refs at the Midwest Christian Boys football camp, actually the camp that I met my wife at. Can you believe that? He's one of the refs, and I'm sure when I was a player, Brother Pete and I had some disagreements. I'm sure, though, I was always very respectful. I'm sure I never, ever gave him any problems as a player or later on as a coach. Now I'm on the admin side, so I've got to tell players and coaches to leave the refs alone. Maybe I'm reaping what I sowed. But he is from Washington, Iowa, goes to the great Marion Avenue Baptist Church, Pastor Joe Brown. If you're looking for a good church in the Washington, Iowa area, I'd highly recommend them. Just got to preach there at a youth event not that long ago at our time. And Brother Pete Schaefer, love you, Brother Pete. He says this: I'm thankful for my wife, children, grandchildren, church, we just mentioned about that, and most importantly, my salvation. Oh man, to think about Brother Pete's family, to think about his church, but most of all, to think about salvation. What a joy it is to know that because Jesus saves, we are on our way to heaven. I hope you know for sure where you're going. If you don't, today would be the best day to figure that out. And oh, by the way, if you'd like to text me, I'd love to help you with that. I'd love to. You can text me at 309-316-7240. I'd love to show you from the Bible how you can know for sure where you're going when you die. We're going to move on here to Danielle from Indiana. So we're batting 1,000 so far with different states. Let's see, Danielle. If my system would load for me, I could tell you what she said here. Let's go here. Oh, there we go. I'm thankful for salvation. There it is. I'm thankful for. I got to scroll all the way down through my text. I had so many texts. Technology is great, except for when it doesn't work, Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. I'm thankful for salvation, family, and godly friends. Salvation, family, and godly friends. That's a great order to put them in. Think about the glory of the fact that you get to spend forever in heaven with Jesus Christ, where the sun never sets, tears never in your eyes. So then she mentions her family and godly friends. You should do your absolute best to surround yourself with godly friends. I hope you do that. Brother Billy Jack Lyons, a friend of mine from all the way out in California. So we got Indiana. I'm going to write this down here. We got Indiana and we got California. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people letting us know what they're thankful for, and 7 different states. He says this: I'm thankful for Regency Baptist Church and Pastor Becker. But right now, I'm thankful for Pastor Nichols, who I had the honor of attending his surprise party recently. If it had not been for him and his no holds barred preaching, I'd never have gotten saved. Praise God. Now, these are some friends of mine. Pastor Stephen Becker, pastor, Great Regency Baptist, there in the Sacramento area of California. And Pastor Nichols, his father-in-law, was the pastor there for many years. And now in evangelism, he's the singing preacher. Funny enough, his son AJ is also in that group with myself and Devin Ogden and some other gentlemen. And Brother Billy, thank you so much, all the way out there from California. What a blessing to hear from you. And I'm so excited for the fact that I have good friends in ministry. And I'm also thankful for the fact that there are listeners to this broadcast from all over America. Let's go on here to Keith, another state, Charlotte, Michigan. I'm thankful that Jesus died to save us. What a nice, concise, powerful statement. I'm thankful that Jesus died to save us. Have you thought about, I don't want to get on a hobby horse. We have so many to get through. So many people texting in, but thinking about Jesus and his sacrifice should not just be restricted to Easter. Just like Thanksgiving should not just be restricted to the week at the end of November. Easter, Resurrection Sunday, is not the only time we should think about what Christ did for us. Let's go on here. All right, who's next? Let's see here. Going to Michelle in New Jersey, another state. Excellent. Let's see here. What does she have to say? Michelle from New Jersey, thank you so much. She says, I'm thankful for being a part of this journey God has for us, humbled and grateful. That's a great way to live, humbled and grateful. Michelle, thank you so much. Let's see here. So that's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different states. Can we get 10 for 10? We're going to go one more and see if we can get one more state. Let's see. Jim from Wisconsin, that makes 10, says this: I'm thankful for God's mercy rather than getting what I deserve. Oh my, if we got what we deserved, I can tell you, I wouldn't want that. Friend, we're going to come back tomorrow and all this week with a week of thankfulness. We have so many more to get through. I'm going to have to do more than 10 tomorrow if we're going to make this happen. Thank you so much for listening in. Text me at 309-316-7240. Maybe we will read yours tomorrow. Have a great day. For His glory, we'll plan on talking to you soon. God bless.
Thank you for joining us today for Bible Tract Echoes, a ministry of Bible Tracts Incorporated. If you would like to receive a free sample booklet of all of our tracts, you can contact us by calling 309-828-6888. That's 309-828-6888. Our mailing address is P.O. Box 130, Dwight, Illinois 60420. A faster way to contact us is to go to our website at BibleTractsInc.org. That's BibleTractsInc.org. There you will find more information about our ministry and details on how you can support Bible Tracts Incorporated. Thanks for listening, and may the Lord richly bless you as you serve Him.